Good day, everyone. This again, Tancho de Guzman. I'm back. And for this reaction video, I would like to provide a few comments to some ideas presented in the video series Black Queer Abstraction, a convening on the occasion of Julie Mehretu. Just based on the title of this four-part video, one would have already an inkling or an idea that Julie must really be a big artist, a famous artist, worthy of a gathering of experts in various fields in both the arts and the sciences, in time with their painting exhibit at the Whitney Museum of American Art. The painting exhibit of Julie, who is Black, a member of the LGBT community and an abstractionist, became the platform for a discourse on, quote, Black and queer radical thought through forms of abstraction, end of quote. Miss Julie makes humongous artwork. I saw her in a separate video working on a huge painting inside a church hallway. The length of the canvas is spanning from the floor to the high ceiling of the church. It becomes an understatement to say that her artwork overwhelms, not only in terms of size, but also in terms of the complexity of her themes. These themes would include art history, biblical stories, American colonialism, the abolitionist movement, more recently about migration and anti-migration policies, the Black Lives Matter, race riots, and other disturbing issues in the American society. These themes are manifested in paintings of the American landscape, which are distilled and abstracted and provide narrative to how an artist responds, and according to her, how she responds to this political movement. I particularly like her process of creating painting, from doing research about a given theme to the steps involved in mark making. Consider, for example, the painting titled Howl, Eon 1 and 2, which is actually a commentary on race riots. She made use of blurred photographs of race riots, embedded this on the canvas, added calligraphic brush strokes, and then screen-printed layers of pixelated images. The process itself is complex, producing a finished artwork that is visually stunning. It takes an artist of her caliber to be able to accomplish such a feat. Having spent most of my professional life doing scientific research on plants, I got excited when two neuroscientists were included in the series of talks. One describing the neurobasis of insatiable appetite for sugar, and the other on the potential transmission of trauma from one generation to another. On the talk about sugar, it is not clear to me, however, how this could be related to any of the artwork of Julie or to the Black or the LGBT community. I just surmised that art enthusiasts could not get enough of or have insatiable appetite for the abstract art of Julie. On the other hand, the speaker on the memory of trauma was able to relate it to one of Julie's abstract painting, entitled Haka and Riot, which was Julie's reaction to the anti-immigration policies of the Trump administration. One policy requires the arrest of anyone illegally crossing the U.S.-American border, which led to the separation of children from their families. And based on the neuroscientist study, the negative psychological impact to the children of separation may potentially be passed on from one generation to another. So you could see here how relevant the work of Julie is to various current social issues. Finally, part of the talk series also introduced me to a new word, and the term is neologism. Unfortunately, this was not elaborated in the talk, but it was obviously referring to the abstracted art of Julie. So what I did was to look it up in the dictionary, and based on the Merriam-Webster dictionary, neologism refers to a new word, usage, or expression. And from the Oxford Languages, it means the coining or the use of new words. Julie's artworks appear to defy description, and thus would probably need new words to better comprehend the essence of her painting. So that's all, folks. Thank you very much for listening.